You're such an asshole.
All right, the old Capmeister is subbing in for Vlad Elkums today because I think he's busy. I know he's busy. It's tax season. And we got an accounting question. But I think I'll be able to wing it. If you are not satisfied, let me know. I'll hit up Chad. I get to keep all of his money, though. I was going to pay him, so that's good. Hi, Aaron. I had some questions about the accounting field and entrepreneurship. Was wondering if you could maybe shed some light on and provide a bit of guidance. I'm in my late 20s and I'm currently in school studying accounting. I had gone back to school last year after retiring from a career as an athlete. I chose to study accounting because I originally wanted to go to law school, but I didn't want to waste my undergrad on something smart move I couldn't use like history or philosophy. Now I know I don't want to go to law school, so I'm glad I chose accounting. Outstanding. Look, I know you may have questions about the future, but know how much better off you are now that you didn't go to law school. Now my concern is from all the accountants I've spoken to, it's either Big Four or bust. The career trajectory is work public in Big Four, then head over to private after 3 to 5 years. I cannot find anyone who has either worked at a small to medium-sized firm for their career or anyone who runs their own shop. If that's really true, I would have just majored in finance and got my MBA and tried to work for JP or Goldman. You wouldn't have gotten it. I really don't want to live that finance bro lifestyle in my early 30s. Ultimately, I would really like to just have my own solo firm at some point in life and provide different accounting and consulting services to people. The benefit with that is that I would be working for myself. I wouldn't have to deal with the HR and the office politics, trying to get promotion after promotion. The problem with that is I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that or finding someone who has done that. Why do you already know someone who has done this? His name is Vlad Elkums. We've gone over this 1,000,000 times. Just search accounting on my YouTube channel. Watch them all. He's gone over it 1,000,000 times before. You get your degree in accounting. You go work, ideally at a Big Four, but you don't have to work at a Big Four. Any public accounting firm will work. Any job where you get, I think you have to have in order to sit for the CPA and take your CPA, you got to get like a year under a CPA or in a kind of qualified work. You're going to have to do the work and find out what the requirements are in your particular state. You also then got to get a certain amount of master's classes because progressive credentialism is the way of the future. You go work at that firm. You learn how to do people's taxes. You hang a board out on you while you're working. You're like, okay, fine. You do your year or two at the Big Four. Then maybe you go work at private firm. Okay, fine. But you're inevitably moving your way towards the day you just hang a sign out in front of your CPA, you do tax prep. I don't want to do tax prep. Too bad. Too bad. That's your milk and honey. And that's all there is to it. And by the way, if you're afraid of going out and being entrepreneurial, then you just do taxes on the side and you keep your day job. That's it. It's not a complicated business model. Now, I don't know if you're talking to the wrong accountants or something. Maybe accountants, because of the personality, are not as aggressive or adventurous as Chad or those that do go out and strike out on their own. But it's kind of hard to botch up. You don't even need an office. You just contact your buddies. Hey, I'm doing taxes now. frankstaxorama.com. All these brilliant ideas I got. Oh, where do you go? I go to Frank's Taxorama. Wow, I got to go there. The taxes, Frank's Taxorama, taxes made fun. Boom. A little bit of a website. I charge $120 an hour. Don't F with me. Build up your clientele. And then you got enough money you can leave. I think what you're running into with is accountants that are young, or maybe or they just don't have that entrepreneurial mindset. They want to become a controller. They want to become a CFO. They want to go the career path. They don't want to become a 1099er. But that's the path. I've talked that 1,000,000 times with Chad. So normally I would heed what people say, but in this case, only because I know a CPA, I've known several CPAs who do it. They've never had problems, man. They've never had problems. And so the CPA, I think, one, they're younger, they're Gen Zers and the millennials, probably more like Gen Zers in your case. They don't have a lot of confidence. I'm like, what? Entrepreneurship, but my teachers who never worked a day in their life said capitalism is bad. You don't want to deal with office politics and HR. You're going to have to be self-employed. The problem with that is I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that or finding someone who has done it. I don't know why you have to find someone to do it. This is not that hard. You get a laptop, you get some accounting software. Chad probably have a recommendation. You get your experience, you get your CPA. Once you get your CPA, you're done. You just Frank's Taxorama. And then I had another kid ask if getting a certified financial planner certification on top of that would be good. I'd say yeah, because you're right there. But that's if you want to diversify your income stream, but just set up a practice. Now, my question is, what are your thoughts on Big Four or bust? I don't believe that, only because Chad says that's not the case. How many times we got to say it? Your goal is to get your CPA. After that, it doesn't matter. Unless you want to be corporate. If you want to be corporate, then yeah, you'd have to go Big Four, a Grant Thompson or whatever. Not Grant Thompson. What's that? Whipfleet. There's some regional public accounting firms. Maybe you go work in private practice just to get more experience a little bit. But that is not the case. Your goal is to get the CPA so you can go into business as quickly as possible. Question, what are your thoughts on Big Four or bust? That's a false dichotomy or whatever presentation or question they gave you. False choice. And also, I'm becoming a solo practitioner. I think that's the only way to do it. Just watch my video on entrepreneurship. And it's what you want to do. Heck, if you want to just, you won't have to go through the hell of the Big Four. Just go to a place that qualifies you to get your CPA. I know these are very accounting specific questions, but I don't know who to ask anymore. And the internet really isn't giving me a clear-cut answers either. Best, we'll keep you anonymous. Yeah, that's that. The CPA gets, you don't need your MBA. It doesn't matter where you worked before. If you're self-employed, get your CPA. Hang the sign out in front of your door and you go to town. And then if you got any questions, seriously, it would be beneficial to you. Just go online on my YouTube channel and search accounting or search Chad Elkums. And we've had many conversations. And it may take 10 hours of just listening to those podcasts or those requests. And you'll know about the accounting industry more than the average kid does. Swallow Blue, $5. So a friend of mine is getting married. He's 18. What gifts should I get beside divorce papers? You want to get him a book? You get him this book right here. You get him that book. Make sure the wife doesn't see it. You know what? Get him Bachelor Pad Economics. Because he's not going to listen to love, but maybe he'll listen to finance. Because he's making a bad mistake right there. So I can't imagine his finances are that good. You know what you should get him, Swallow? You get him an envelope. And I don't know. See, the missus get all pissed off about this. They do not open until you're divorced. Get him a vasectomy. There's nothing, man. I mean, Swallow, I'm assuming you're younger than me. This sounds like this is the end of your friendship. Not that you don't like him or he doesn't like you. This is where one of them just gets picked off. He's the first to get picked off in the squadron. You're gonna say, "Oh, where'd Frank go? What happened to Frank? He said he'd be with us. He'd never betray us for the." And don't be surprised when Frank comes back 2 years later, divorced. Hey, what's up, guys? Where have you been? Well, I got divorced. F you. Called you 8 times. You wouldn't hang out. I was busy. XYZ Media, $2 Canadian. How do I get the money and the girls be rich dude, bro? You have rich parents. Actually, just become an idea guy and you go to the Carlson School of Management. And then you flip houses on the side, y'all. And then you drop ship. That's what you do. And then you put together deals. You're a dealer. You're more hustling deals, man. Getting deals together. Don't do anything like join the military, get the GI Bill, become a truck driver or a tradesman or work hard or become an accountant. Don't do any of that. You got wheel and deal, bro. Oh, and here's another thing, XY Media. You got to fake it till you make it. So borrow $100,000 to buy fancy clothes that'll be out of style next week and a fancy car to lease because you can't afford to buy it. And then fake it till you make it, y'all. Adriano Ramos, $2 Australian. Are flight attendants the same as sailors? No, sailors work a lot harder and they're gone a lot more and they're trained to kill. Whose jobs I don't envy. And flight attendants they're basically babysitting people in a flying bus. And as the quality and caliber of people goes down, I'm saying you don't date okay, you can date flight attendants. You can even have sex with them. Do not invest or have any expectation of flight attendants. Just don't. Some girls with tattoos can be fun. Have no expectations. Juan Doe, $2. No cult leading needed. The entertainment is enough. Yeah, see, but Juan, you appreciate my brilliant level of humor. And I don't know if any comedian ever created a cult says, okay, go forth now, my people, and build an effigy of me. Here we go. Look who woke up. DJ Aftershock, $2. Service to school is evil, just like the Carlson School of Management. I got to go in and tag the Carlson School of Management in the tagline so it gets in. And that's it. There you go. Okay. We need to start a These are, dude, I didn't have pajamas until 2 years ago. These are nice pajamas. I like them. What's wrong with these pajamas? They're nice. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.